Why don't we start with Microsoft? Because this was the one we have to do. There was 6 conferences in total, so we're gonna have to do 3 per episode here, and try to sneak in request topics as well. So this might run a little long, but we'll see what we can do. So Microsoft starts off with that beady-eyed bastard Phil Spencer coming out for back. Well, it doesn't even start with that. It starts with a drum line of people like in football jerseys, and yeah, that was my first cringe moment. Like they're just playing the drums, and there's like the guy fucking up on the trumpet, and then like Phil Spencer comes out, and he's just like, "We're gonna talk to you about the single-handed, like the best gaming console ever made." Ever made. I'm like, well, I guess you can technically say that from a tech standpoint right now, because it's, besides home PC gaming, it's the best console ever made. But he reveals the name Xbox One X.
Box One X.
I was like, why didn't you just call it Xbox Scorpio? It actually sounded less douchey.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
No, see, this name informs you that this is basically the 1S, but a little bit better.
It's the 1S with more flops, and it's smaller.
Yeah, he talks about like the 6 teraflops, and like people are going like, "Woo!" They're like freaking out. And,
When you get paid money to fucking yell at an event.
The internal cooling system, people were coming in their pants. I hate to have to be the guy that wiped down the loads when that was done.
Someone's got to do it.
It was like, first time ever, internal cooling system over the fucking chips. And I'm like, you should have been done doing that. Like, that's why you were synonymous with the Red Ring of Death, because you were just like fucking gluing pennies on top of a chip. There you go. Cooling system. So, they talk about that for a little bit, and the funny thing that I noticed is when they announced the name and they were talking about tech specs, nobody mentioned what the price of this fucking thing was going to be at first. That didn't come till like a little later in the presentation, because then they're like, you can join our entire family. They said family more than a fucking Fast and Furious movie does. The Xbox family. You can buy the Xbox One, which is now the poor people Xbox. Yeah. You can buy the 1S, which is a little bit better, or you could be a total scrub and buy the 1X and be the best Xbox gamer in the world. And oh my god, I hated this conference simply for the fact that every time they showed something, it was world premiere. Xbox One exclusive world premiere. Windows 10 exclusive world premiere. It was just like every
like those words have any meaning anymore.
Yeah, they really don't. Like, of course it's a world premiere, because somebody was like, all right, you can show it first. Then later on, EA's going to show it anyway.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of the stuff they show like that, we've already been fucking told about.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like when they announced the specs for the fucking 1X last year, I'm pretty sure.
But, so, going into my notes here, I wrote down some, I wrote 6 flops, because that's very important. Then this one was the one that I call a major bullshit on. Will upscale 1080p to a higher resolution if you don't have a 4K TV.
What the hell does that even mean?
That is impossible. You can't make a 1080p television make it look any better than what it's fucking programmed to look like. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not paying you $500 fucking for my 1080p television to make it look a little shinier. Like, I'm sorry. Not falling.
They just add lens flare to everything.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. I was like, they just add that lens flare
to your eyes.
They just got Cameron in the studio, and they're just like, how do we make it look like it's 4K? It's like, yo, you watch Star Trek movies? Lens flare, B. They're like, oh, you're a fucking genius. I don't know. It's so stupid. And people ate that shit up, too. They're like, so you mean I can game like a poor person and still it looks good? It's like, it's going to look good regardless. Remember when 360 came out and you were playing it on a regular fucking TV? It still looked fucking decent.
Yeah, I remember playing.
You just couldn't read anything. That's all it was.
Halo Reach on a shitty fucking TV. It still looked good. Not Halo Reach, Halo 3 on a shitty TV. It still looked good.
Still looked good. because the TV still has to put out what the actual fucking game looks like. You just might not be able to see rain particles dripping off of somebody's face, or like I said, read something. Because that was the scaling issue back then.
Yeah, it was.
So to showcase off this amazing new console and the way the graphics can look on it, they use Forza 7 to showcase these graphics. Which I was like, you use and I was saying to Jamie when they're showing this, I'm like, well, yeah, it's real fucking easy to make cars and racetracks and skyboxes. It's real easy to make that shit look beautiful. I was like, you notice how anything that's on the screen that's supposed to be a human being's wearing a helmet right now. Because you don't want to see a face, because that's going to ruin the illusion of reality. And it was just, it looked terrible. I'm sorry. I know there's people out there that love Forza. I could care
I had no idea there was up to 7.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun. I said, you remember last E3 when they were talking about the Xbox One, Forza was the game they showcased that console with too. Like, whatever. And then, thank you to Microsoft. Everybody in attendance got to see the Porsche 911 GT RS. First time ever. Because of that. Because of their dying devotion to Forza.
World premiere.
World premiere of this supercar. I was like, I can care. Fuck, I can give two shits about this fucking. Show me games. Show me game. That's what Sony did. Sony's like, hey, look, you're in a theater. We got a screen. Watch fucking games. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So they show this fucking car because that's just fucking jacking them off even more in the stands.
What, you're not supposed to jack off?
No, that's just, that was Microsoft. They're just leaning in. They're like, hey, let me get that for you. They feel good. Too rough? A little tighter?
Couple balls.
So then, the first game that they showcased that I was actually slightly interested in was Metro Exodus.
Yeah.
The other Metro games I really enjoyed. I like the story. I like the world of Metro. This game looked pretty good, except it was just a trailer of what the game's supposed to look like. I call it doing a Killzone 2. So, it was interesting. It looked okay. So then after that, we moved on to Assassin's Creed Origins, which this was my favorite fucking thing I saw the whole goddamn time, because the guy talking about the game came out and called the system the X-Bone 1.
Yes!
He was like, you now will be able to play on the X1, Xbox One. I was just like, he really called it the X-Bone. Phil Spencer's back there just like with his beady eyes, like, I'm gonna kill him. I didn't wear my Player One t-shirt and a leather jacket for nothing. God damn it. So they talk about Assassin's Creed Origins. It looks boring as shit to me. I don't know. Like, oh, we're in ancient Egypt now. We're going to the origins of Assassin's Creed. And I was like, but I thought...
So, yeah.
I was like, wasn't the time period we were in the first place
with Altair
older than fucking the Egyptian times?
That's, yeah.
Look,
because I actually thought they kind of wrapped it all up in the first one. They're like, hey, we're an order of people. We have like our fucking Bruce Wayne mansion high up on the manor with all the poor people living in the town below. Go find hidden shit in the environment.
I mean, actually, well,
look here.
I don't
Are you
know.
really concerned about the timeline?
If you're calling this a prequel, yes, I am concerned.
They can call it whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, they literally said right there in black and white, Origins.
Look, it's literally going to be the same fucking game, except now you're going to climb up pyramids or on sphinxes.
This game actually takes place at a Tuesday before Altair's story.
Yeah.
Tuesday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, Altair started on a Friday.
It wouldn't be the first time that a video game has used the tagline Origins and then not actually been the first game in the timeline.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, after this, then they bring up their Xbox Mixer thing, which is supposed to be another way to talk and game with people on Xbox. And it's like, okay, whatever.
Fuck, I need that.
I was like, you guys did this how many times with so many different chat rooms, and it never fucking worked.
Yeah.
So then they talk about, this guy, he was a gamer, became a programmer. Everybody knows him. His Player Unknown. And everybody's like, whee! Fucking going crazy, coming all over the damn place. Then Player Unknown comes out, he's like, this is my game. I basically took Battle Royale and made a game battle royale.
It's like
It's like,
H1Z1.
I took the whole idea and just put my fucking name on it, and you're gonna give me tons of money.
Yeah.
So then they did that. That was the exclusive. I got the Xbox exclusive. So then we moved on to the next Xbox exclusive. Deep Rock Galactic. It looked dumb.
What was it?
What
I
the
don't
fuck
know.
that is.
It's out of my memory. It really
It was that good.
Yeah. Then another Xbox exclusive. State of Decay 2.
Okay.
Which was great because in the trailer, they help this woman who's under attack. She jumps in the back of their truck, thanks them. Her mouth does not move once. She's just like jumps in the car. It does like it almost has like a slight close up of her. She's just sitting there smiling, and then you see this like, "Hey, thanks guys, you really helped me out there." And then the car just drives away. I'm like, wow, wow. Then there was another Xbox exclusive, the Darwin Project. Don't remember anything about that. Not that great. Then we have a hipster woman came out to talk to us about Minecraft.
Do you have anybody else that plays Minecraft besides hipsters?
Children,
Yeah, children and hipsters.
They're hipsters.
pretty much. But she came out and she's like, for the first time ever, you will be able to cross-play Minecraft on all consoles. I'm like, who cares?
Nope, that's not completely true.
Yeah,
You can also play it.
Sony's sitting there like, I don't
you.
remember saying yes to that.
Excuse me, hipster woman.
Excuse me, hipster. So, yeah, apparently cross-play. And
Switch.
now you can download
PC.
the enhanced 4K graphics pack, which basically, everything's still pixels, but they put in sunlight particles and the water's a little bit more fluid.
Lens flare, J.J. Abrams.
You're going to be able to get that pack. If you're a current Minecraft aficionado, you can get that 4K graphics pack for free when it's released.
Oh, good. It'll be away.
Bravo.
Nice golf clap there for you.
Bravo.
Mojang Studios.
Mojang's not even Mojang anymore. It's just
Mojang.
It's just owned by fucking Microsoft. They
That
bought it
goddamn
out
guy in his
ages
fucking
ago.
fedora and his beard is like, yeah, make houses, dirt.
Notch has not
Make the
worked
money.
for Mojang
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
In,
Fucking
like-
kids funded his life.
6-7 years.
That's what I need to do.
He
I need
sold
to come
it-
up with some stupid ass
Like
game.
legit, he
Wear a
sold it to
dumb hat.
Microsoft and was like, "Okay, I'm leaving."
Yep.
That's what happened.
So then then next up was Dragon Ball Fighter 2 or Z? Z. We'll go with Z. My handwriting is good, but also atrocious for certain letters. So it was Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I'm gonna go with Z.
Okay.
Actually, it didn't look too bad for a Dragon Fighter game because it looked more like a Marvel vs. Capcom style to me.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, you're talking about the one that looks like the
It's
actual
2D
anime?
style, yeah. It looks fucking
good.
really good.
Yeah.
It's not like that extremely fake cell shaded look to make it look like anime. It actually just looks like the fucking
Yeah,
show.
it looks like the show. It's really fun.
Oh, wow.
And then another exclusive was the Black Desert MMORPG, exclusively to Xbox. It looked like every other
That's been
MMORPG I've
out
ever seen.
for a while now.
Apparently not. Then one that looked pretty decent to me was called The Last Night. It's a pixel style 2D game, but the art style that's done on it has different depths of fields. It just looks really nice. It explained nothing about what the game is, but visually, it's appealing.
Visually appealing.
Then there was the Artful Escape, another 2D side-scroller type game. Looked okay. Still don't really know anything about it. Code Vein was shown. Not that that wasn't already fucking announced earlier. That was the Dark Souls-ish type game with vampires.
Oh, right.
Then they had a long showing of a game called Sea of Thieves, where we had a pirate-like narrator who was making funny jokes as they were running around an island doing fake multiplayer to show what the game could be like.
Yeah, that was the game that were like, this is the pirate game we always wanted.
Yeah.
If you
I'm like, who asked for this?
don't know what Sea of Thieves is, basically you and some friends control a pirate ship. Actually, like, each person has to do something individually.
I hate you for buying these, by the way.
Don't fucking need them if you don't want them. If you want them, go ahead.
I can't reach into the bag. I'm starving. I gotta eat another butter. My God, you went to the back of the bag. Jesus.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
I had to go to the back of the fucking bag.
Get in
How
there.
bad?
fingers in there.
Anyway, and then you go, you find treasure, and you can either take it back to your ship to take it back, or you can bury it and kill the players to keep them from finding it. It's actually not too bad looking.
It's a good idea.
I'm not interested in it.
It's a good idea. The graphics are pleasing. I just thought the presentation of it was fucking cringy.
It's E3. They're always going to be fucking
True.
Then we moved on to a game called Tacoma. Another indie game. It was another exclusive. Then there was Super Lucky's Tale. It was a 2D side-scroller fox-type character. It kind of reminded me of Conker a little bit. Had that old-school style of running around collecting coins and shit.
Okay.
Then we move on to Will's favorite. They announced Cuphead and finally gave it a fucking
Cuphead!
Now your pens won't be worthless.
Yeah. They announced the release date of September 29th. So that means
2020?
So that means it'll at least be out by the end of next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it's like pre-order now, and I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand pre-ordering non-physical media. Like, am I not going to be able to get it day one if I don't pre-order it? Like, I'm so confused.
They won't plan enough for like the people with the Friday the 13th game, and it's so many people going to download it. It just all the servers just explode.
Yeah, I just, it still looks good. I'm a little concerned about how much they tweaked the gameplay and stuff, but I know somebody else that follows our show, Travis, had said about how Cuphead was originally one of the reasons why he swayed towards the Xbox One.
Yeah.
It was the same for me too. It was that and some of the titles from Rare that some happened, some didn't happen, and
Yeah, unfortunately.
that it swayed me in that direction. Plus, my wife at the time was familiar with the way an Xbox works, which is important. That way, she knows how to get to Netflix.
It does
But
help.
then they
yeah.
changed the interface, and then she got angry.
Yeah, I remember I turned that on that day where they changed it, and I probably looked like Solomon Grundy sitting in my chair like, why left justified?
but
so you?
Yeah, I didn't even see the trailer before I saw the announcement of the release date because I followed the studio. I think it's HMDR.
Yes.
I follow them on Facebook, and I saw that it was Cuphead and a release date. But then I love how they did the trailer. Like in the beginning, it's like a game that you've never seen before, and then they crossed out never.
Yeah.
And I was like,
They know.
yeah, they get it. They get it. They've
They
been
know.
hearing about this for 3 years now.
Yep,
I'm
they
sure
know.
they get it.
So then we moved on to the amazing presentation for Crackdown 3 starring Terry Crews. This was a delight for me because it's just him holding a gun, shooting into the air, screaming into the camera and laughing. Just like perfect Terry Crews. And then they showed some of the game and I was like, that looks boring as shit.
First of all, had he not done something like that, you'd have been like, why aren't you being Terry Crews right
now? Why
now?
are you being so civilized?
Yeah.
You have you're given the opportunity to honestly just be a maniac, and people will love you for it. And
Yep.
if you don't take advantage of that, then you're just an asshole.
He sure did, and it was perfect. He had the fucking like armor on and everything, just like, and then just laughing, just like,
Because he knows he get paid a shit ton of money to do this.
yeah. So then they did a thing where they did a montage, just firing off games left and right to some techno music.
Of course they
So
did.
those games were Osiris, Raiders of the Broken Planet, Unruly Heroes, Path of Exile, Battle Right, Surviving Mars, Fable Fortune, Observer, RoboCraft Infinity, which I'm like, oh great, more fucking crafting games. Is it when you made Roblox? Isn't it enough now? Like you've basically made
First
downloadable
of
cancer.
all, there was Minecraft, Terraria, Roblox, that other Terraria-like game, and the 5.5 billion fan-made
No, I understand what you're saying.
Minecraft games.
But I'm just saying, as soon as Roblox got made, like you basically made downloadable cancer.
Yep.
Like, so where did I leave off? Oh, then Dunk Lords, which I laughed out loud because when I first read it, I thought it said Dump Lords. I was very tired at this
If
point.
it
like,
doesn't constantly play Slam and Welcome to the Jam in that game, it's not worth buying.
Oh, Dunk Lords was fucking great because they kept mentioning like You gotta play in the streets. You gotta be a pro in the streets. And like they mentioned like the streets like 5 million times.
So
And, like,
basically-
and then you get to
So-
take it to the paint.
It's street hoops. Like
It's fake fucking NBA.
They should have just called it Street Hoops too.
Yeah, because they did have one that was just street hoops.
Yep.
Like that I remember on the original Xbox. It sounds like
The original Xbox and the PlayStation 2 had NBA Street Volume 1 and 2. And they
well,
were
I
really
liked
fucking
I
games.
liked the NBA Street titles. I did.
Then we have Minion Masters. It's not what you think it is.
Is it a porn game?
No.
Then it's definitely not what I thought it was.
Brawl Out, Ooblets, Dark Light, Strange Brigade, Riverbond, Hello Neighbor, the game that's been out for, like, beta's been out for fucking ever right now. If you watch people play games on YouTube, I'm sure you've seen somebody play it. Shift, and Conan Exiles. They did not let anybody hang dong in the Conan Exiles
What's the
video.
fucking point then?
I know.
Missing
Why show it?
opportunities.
You're not showing your physics engine
Yeah.
like, properly. Wasted potential.
True indeed.
I actually, when I didn't see a dick, I threw up. I was so mad.
As you should.
Then they had an exclusive game called Ashen. It's not watching somebody in HD open stuff on their couch. Then they had the sequel for Life is Strange Before the Storm. Didn't play the first one, but I've heard a lot of good stuff. Or maybe it's a DLC pack.
Pretty sure it's the prequel, isn't it? And then the
No, I'm sorry. Yes, it was the prequel.
the original voice actress for the one character is not allowed to voice act anymore.
Yep.
It's weird as fuck.
Yeah, I downloaded the demo to Life is Strange. Never played.
Yeah.
You
Then,
don't play new games. You only play Mega Man 2.
Yeah, well, not well. If anybody's watched it.
Better than us.
they had Shadow of War. I remember I was enticed by it, but I can't exactly... Like, I've seen this conference for me was a couple days ago. It looked decent. I can't really remember that much about it. Then they shown Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Looked fucking amazing.
Oh, they have a sequel for
it looked
Blood Force? That's
goddamn
cool as shit.
depressing as shit.
Did you not play the... Oh, you probably didn't.
I didn't play the first
Oh,
one.
First
yeah.
game's very good.
They're just like doing like this side scroll of like the environment, and then like this feather is just floating around, and then it just lands in front of this owl, and it's like backs to you at first, and it just like turns around, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's like its bottom lips out, like pouting, his eyes are like like tears coming down, and it like walks over the feather, and then like this other creature comes out, and they just like hold each other, and then like the background opens up, and there's all these dead animals everywhere, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
I mean, there was some like pretty emotional, sad parts.
And they had the guy
first one,
playing
too.
live piano to it too,
Yeah.
which just added to it. Like I was like, I gotta slice my fucking wrists open now.
The first
Like,
game is pretty... It can be pretty sad.
Yeah.
but I guess I might download it. I mean, whatever. I have to
Play
play
it.
the first one, get real sad,
Highly
and then
recommend playing the first one. Like I said, I got up to the end and I'm stuck.
It's
But
one of... It was, when it was first released, one of the best
beat the
platformers
system.
at the time. You can't beat the system. I'll crush these fucking cookies right now.
a bit more edible. I wouldn't even have to chew. I could just put the dust in my mouth.
Shut up! Put it down!
just funnel it in.
Don't
All
drink
right.
in my fucking Nutter Butters, bro.
Wow.
So then they made
What?
another
You find
humongous.
something funny about drinking nut?
Yeah.
What
And
you're
they,
saying?
they made another humongous announcement that Xbox games will now be backwards compatible on the Xbox One.
Which is cool.
I guess it is, but it's
Original Xbox games or
Yeah,
Xbox
original
360
Xbox
games?
games.
Original Xbox.
All of them or just some of them?
I'm pretty sure only a select few.
It's
right
only
now.
going to be a select few because of
It's going to be Halos 1 through fucking Reach.
You're
and
going
that's
to
it.
have like licensing issues and stuff, so they're never going to put them all on there. But like,
That'd be like Jade Empire. That's it.
yeah. Finally.
And then they shown their program for the Xbox One X, an enhanced 4K program. If you buy certain games now, when the 4K comes out, you get to download the 4K version
Yeah.
for free. Whoopity fucking do.
So basically now I don't have to buy my game twice?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So like, not only do I got to drop $500 on this system, then I got to go out
Plus.
and even drop like
500 plus.
$600 or $700, maybe even $1,000 to get a good flat screen 4K television too. Just so I can play games like Crackdown 3, cell shaded 4K glory. Fuck you, Xbox.
Only if it's really Terry Crews.
Yeah.
He'll be DLC.
I'll just have that fucking intro to him doing that
Yeah.
over and over. And
In
that's all my...
in 4K.
My Xbox One X will just be a Terry Crews machine.
That sounds very
I'm just gonna...
inappropriate.
just sitting on my couch in my boxers, just watching Terry Crews.
Yeah. Fucking Liza comes home. Oh, she just hears this. Ah! Like, oh god, he's watching Terry Crews shit again. I'm going upstairs and going to bed. It's like 4 in the afternoon. So then they showed a cringeworthy gameplay of Anthem, a game that I'm actually kind of interested in. It was just like the game looked nice, but it was also one of those like you could tell it was all made in the game engine. It was just like fucking a CG made thing to look like two people playing a game together. And I don't know. It's one of those things I'm like, this is really reminding me of The Division right now.
Ooh, yeah.
Because they did the same thing. They simulated multiplayer on The Division, and it looked fucking gorgeous. And then when the game got released, the game looked like shit compared to that fucking, like, live test that they showed. So, I still think the game looks interesting, but I'm holding my reserves. And that finished out Xbox.
What game?